Hi, I'm Daisy, and this is my show, Are You With The DJ? And today I'm with Charlotte sometimes, also known as Kaylee.
Hello.
Do you want to give yourself a little introduction?
Hello, I'm Charlotte sometimes. I'm a female producer and singer from Coventry, and yeah, I just make sexy music.
Yeah, you do a little bit of DJing and sound and light tech as well, so we're going to speak about it all, because I feel like you're in kind of all sides of the music.
I try.
You try to be. Should we talk a little bit about your weekend?
Okay.
Because we were outside and you went to a little fashion week show.
I
How
did.
was that?
It was great. I felt like a bit of an imposter just sneaking in there, but
That's kind of the best way to be, though. Like, unexpected little trip.
honestly, it was great. Was on a little date.
How was the date?
It was good.
Second date?
Second date pending.
Yeah,
for
I
sure.
think taking you to fashion week is kind of pulling out all the stops.
She
especially
kind
as
of pulled it out the bag.
Especially as a Midlands girl, like we don't have that up here. So going to London, going to something like that, it's like
you have to act casual, but I was
inside
like,
you're like
"Oh."
screaming. Do you remember whose show it was? No, but the clothes were good.
But the clothes were good and the vibes were great.
Great, that's the best thing. I also think at Fashion Week it's just interesting to have a little people watch around you and see what like the crowd's wearing and what the vibe is. And then you can kind of like look at people and you can kind of guess like, what do you do? Are you a fashion girl? You a little bit of music?
Fabricating stories for the whole room.
Yeah, that's
100%.
the best thing. A little bit of people watching. And should we talk a little bit about how we met? Because we met at doing a photo shoot for NCAPT.
Yeah.
And it was for their tracksuits. And you were really good behind the camera. I was super nervous.
No.
It was the first time I'd done something like that. So I was like, I don't know, I was like all stiff and I was like, how do I stand? And like you get in your head about it.
I think you were in your head, but I think from what we saw, you were eating it up.
Thank you.
I mean, the tracksuits were 10-10.
The tracksuits, yeah, honestly. And
we love NCAPT.
Yeah, how did you find it? Have you done shoots before, hadn't you?
Yeah, I've done like a few.
So it wasn't too bad.
Yeah.
Because I was super nervous.
No, but, like as you said, you pulled it out the bag in the end. And I think like NCAPT are just such a nice brand to work with.
Yeah, I think it was really nice, and because everybody doing it as well was like in the music thing. It was nice to have a little catch up with everyone, and that's kind of like, well, that's how we met, and that's like how we've ended up here.
Networking, babe.
Honestly, networking. But networking, this is what we're thinking. Like, London scares me because the networking's also serious. In the Midlands, it's just like friendly, and that's what I like about it here.
Like, I didn't think we were networking,
No,
which I think's the best way.
And that's what I like here. I feel like it doesn't really feel like, I don't know, like
you're on business.
Yeah,
and
it's
there's
not like
an
what do
ulterior
you
motive.
do? Yeah, it's just like all natural.
Yeah.
Should we talk a little bit about kind of music? Like, how did you get into it first? Was it something you started when you were a lot younger, and kind of what side did you come in from it?
Okay, so it all started at Ukulele Club
Ooh.
back in the day.
How old were you when you were doing that?
Babe, I was just like a young girl. I think I was like 12.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, plucked a few chords and I thought, you know what?
This is for me.
Let me choose GCSE music. Like,
Oh,
this
okay,
is-
so you did it GCSE?
Yeah, that was what started it all. Then we shifted to guitar.
Okay.
Then obviously at like 15, thinking I was in love with everyone and like getting my heart broken dramatically, started writing loads of songs.
Oh, okay. So 15 you've been writing, and it's taking us now to get something on Spotify.
To be fair, I've kind of put things on Spotify over the years and then taken them down again.
Okay, because I've
Like,
only seen
yeah.
the recent stuff. Did you have a little
Good.
rename in between?
Yeah.
How many names have we gone through?
There's been a few eras, babe.
I think this one's here to stay.
Yes.
Okay,
Charlotte
this
sometimes is
here to
here
stay.
to stay. Yeah.
So ukulele, and then guitar, and now more electronic.
And now I'm in the box.
You're in a box, and you've kind of found your feet. I feel like that's
Yeah.
always the way, whatever sort of music you do, you kind of start somewhere, and then you naturally kind of fall into a place that feels right.
100%. I feel like I've always loved electronic music,
Yeah.
but like creating it was just too daunting for like.
It can be scary.
Yeah, I kind of accepted the fact that I wasn't gonna ever make it, and then I was like, wait, I have free will.
Why-
Like,
yeah,
why
like,
can't
why
I just learn
can't
it?
I?
Yeah.
So, growing up, did you listen to a lot of electronic music? What sort of music were you listening to?
Yeah, I loved like the Chemical Brothers were like one of our, you know, family
Die hard, yeah.
favorites. They were always on like, The Prodigy.
Prodigy,
You
yeah,
know what I mean?
classics.
Like all these like fundamentals that I feel like really like
Influenced
contribute
you.
to like what I'm doing now and
All of that.
yeah.
Were you listening to kind of a lot of like love songs and ballads as well and mixing that in? Or
Oh,
were you
100%.
just
Babe, like, you have to, like, shake ass and then you have to cry. Like, it's always
to
a
do it
two-way
all in
street.
one.
100%.
Yeah, because I think your music kind of like the lyrics and stuff is very soft, and like I love electronic music, but sometimes, you know what I mean, some electronic music you kind of, you feel it through the lyrics, sometimes you feel it through kind of the sounds, but I think yours does both, which I really like.
Thank you. Yeah, I love writing so much, and I feel like crafting lyrics is just as important for me as the production. So
and
I
you've
do
got to
try
kind of make it fit together as well.
Yeah.
It's a whole lot, and you're doing it all, which is impressive.
Yeah, thank you. I feel like it's like when you are releasing that, it's like giving birth. That's how I've said about that single.
Were you nervous?
I think I was just nervous because I cared about it so much, and I sat on it for so long. I literally felt like I carried it in my stomach, and then I gave birth to it, and I was like, oh my God, now everyone's just like analysing my child. Do you know what I mean?
I think you had a very good response. We'll get into it in a little bit, but I think it was like, I was waiting for it to come out because I saw like the little videos and the TikToks.
Honestly, everyone was like, babe, just like
drop it.
At this point, like you've been teasing it for so long. I was like,
drop it now.
I know.
And for like your music now, would you say you have new inspirations? Or would you still say it kind of comes back to the music you grew up around?
I think in the last few years, my inspirations have changed. I've got into way more like experimental, like ambient, like synthesis music, and that's like completely changed the game for me because I've just started like proper nerding out
about it
in like hardware and like synthesis and like all that stuff and like sound design.
There's so much like I think it's a never-ending thing of learning, and
which is just great.
Like that's the best thing to do because you're never going to get bored of it because there's always something new to pick up on.
100%. I feel like I'm just falling down a never-ending hole.
Have you played on any like fun equipment or tried anything out yet? Was there stuff you know that you like, I need to find some of this and like synths and stuff and go do it?
Obviously like modular synthesis is such an expensive hobby, but I do really want to build my own rack one day, even though everyone tells me not to even bother trying, but I'm not listening to them. But yeah, synths in general, I just got some like samplers from like Teenage Engineering, like the little pocket samplers and like a bigger one. And to be fair, they just completely changed the way that I approach production, which is great because I think sometimes just being on your laptop for hours,
it's different.
Sometimes it's just not flowing. I need to physically like make something, and it's like changed my workflow so much. Yeah,
because I've tried like trying to dive into my production thing, and I think actually for me, just getting like a sampler, like actually just, I don't know, it felt more natural.
Yeah.
I think like doing it like that rather than just like hitting and like dragging on my keyboard. And I think you kind of find more of a rhythm with it and what works.
100%.
Like, I'm just like really focusing on the drums at the moment, like the jungle drums. And honestly, for me, like it just makes it so much better. And it kind of, I don't know, I guess as somebody who started out DJing, it kind of makes more sense to me doing something that's like more of a hardware.
Well, I think you're physically tapping it in and you're doing that like natural groove. Yeah. Whereas when you're like inputting it into a DAW, like you're then having to like
in your head
like manually groove, like make it have a swing. And I don't know, it never sounds the same to me as when I'm just like going for it.
And going back to kind of the music you used to make, was the stuff that we can't hear because you've taken it off, was that still like electro and ambient, or?
Oh my God,
or was it guitar? Was it like proper ballads?
It was honestly like. So funny. It was like just a guitar and like one garage band like violin.
Oh my God, I love that.
That's it. And my like Apple earphones.
Was it ever like, were you ever dropping it and it was like kind of being put on your story and you were like, I know this is meant for a certain someone, and you were like waiting for them to hear it? Was it ever that?
Well, I don't know. Like it was just more. Yeah, I guess it was like there was some indirects for sure about like boys when I was 14 that like I felt like I owed my fucking life to. Clearly not. But yeah, I remember like even because I was dropping it like I think I was like 14 when I like did that song that I released with the violin, and I just remember like obviously at that age kids are still mean.
I know, that's
like,
the thing.
You're in school, like people have opinions
now as well. Like we had social media then, and then I see kids on TikTok and they're doing great things. Yeah, but I'm like, I just don't. I wouldn't have done anything if I was 14 with TikTok. Like
no. But people just would not have been welcoming that with open arms. Like I remember I dropped that song and then like a massive group of us were like out one day from school and the boys like put it on the speaker.
Oh, and trying to embarrass you.
Yeah, and they were just like playing it and I was like, oh my God, like I want to die.
And now I'm sure they're like, God, I wish I'd been nicer.
Do you know what I mean? Fumbling a whole body.
Fumbled it. But honestly, kids are like just, I don't know what it is. I think as a kid it's really difficult because I think you kind of, sometimes it can be really difficult if you don't have supportive friends and family and stuff to kind of pursue the things you want to because it's kind of, you end up pigeonholed and you don't want to experiment because obviously like you get laughed at. I think like now, I guess in a way, I can't imagine what it's like TikTok, but I think in some ways it's good because it's so easy to meet people who have the same interests as you, and you can build that community. And I think like even kind of before, like, I don't know, I think for me, like you had Tumblr before, and then I feel like when I was going, it was just Instagram where you didn't find the community so easily.
No.
So I think now maybe with TikTok, I think, because I even see kids like doing dances and stuff in town in groups, and they make friends and they all support 100%. Each other. And I'm like, oh, that's actually nice, because I think like with Instagram, I think like TikTok's kind of in some ways people can be a little bit more themselves, whereas Instagram it's literally like, especially then it was just like post a photo of yourself and that's all the world sees, and you can really make yourself out a certain way.
And it has to be perfect. I feel like TikTok's way messier. Yeah. And that's what I'm here for. Like I'm here for the no makeup rant videos, like just the raw.
That's why I like
footage.
TikTok. I know some people like hate on it, and I should spend less time on it, and there's definitely a lot of stuff on there that is wasting my time, and I fed up video content, but also I think it's a really good place to find inspiration and community and like almost like just meeting people and like seeing people doing things and being 100%. Like, I want to work with them, I want to do this.
But also for a platform as big as TikTok, like you're never going to be able to like counteract it. Yeah. So there's pros and cons, but like you just have to find the pros, because there are so many pros. Like you know, don't be that person who's always trying to find a problem with it. Like
you kind of nowadays we've kind of got to just embrace it.
Like it's,
and I think
here to
it is
stay.
definitely difficult. It can be difficult, especially like as an artist and stuff, posting. And I think like I still struggle, but then I'm also at the end of the day, I'm like, it's kind of just part of the deal now, I guess. I think like whatever you're doing, it kind of comes with it. And to be fair, I know people who are doing amazing things, DJing and stuff, not on social media, but it is, unfortunately, it is 10 times harder, and that's kind of the world we live in, I think.
100%. And I think opportunities are getting offered to people who are at higher levels on social media. Well, no, I don't like necessarily agree.
I'm pretty sure Sky Newman, she was completely TikTok scouted, and that's how she blew up. Yeah. Which before you could, it's made it easier for. It's made it harder to get a deal in the sense you already have to be bigger, but it's made it easier to connect with a wider audience and get to that point, I think.
I think it gives everyone an equal chance, whereas like before, if you didn't know the right, you know, if you were from like a really small town, and you weren't near like London or Manchester, like you literally had no chance. Whereas now you can post from like the smallest little village in the UK, and if the algorithm finds you, like you've still got that chance. Whereas like
it's leveled out the playing field a little bit, I think.
Obviously it's more saturated and it's harder, but I think it's just like take that again as like hungry competition. Like it's oversaturated, so work harder. Do you know what I mean? Do something different.
Do you mind doing a little TikToks, or do you find
Listen,
it?
I embrace a TikTok. I'm not even gonna sit here and be like, no, like I love it. Listen, thirst trapping, babe.
It's all a bit view.
Sometimes you just have to show the face card. Like,
yeah, honestly, I think I think TikTok is good because there's less pressure than Instagram, because you can go on TikTok and people just don't care, and I kind of like that. People will tell you literally like what they did yesterday at dinner and like the craziest date story. So I think it kind of makes it like an open space, I guess.
100%. And I think that's sort of like, I saw a video the other day, and like the sit down FaceTime style videos of people just literally talking to you. Like they're actually doing so good. I
love a little video essay at the moment on TikTok when people, and I'm like, I'm being educated but in a casual setting, and I've learned a lot, and I think it's like I think it's a really good platform for people to like host conversations and things like that. And don't get me wrong, there's people on it and like they hate, but like it's just it's the same with everything.
I was gonna say like you're never gonna get rid of that.
Real life. Did you like learn to produce did you teach yourself through like social media, YouTube? Did you learn from other people? TikTok?
I think honestly I learn a lot from TikTok all the time, especially with like all the synthesis stuff, because like there is literally so many tutorials now, and like literally like anything you think of that you need to learn, like you can find it so quick. I'm still studying electronic music production at uni.
Oh, okay. What uni are you at?
I'm at BAM.
Oh my God, how are you finding it? Moving past.
It's a love-hate relationship. Yeah.
I think it can be difficult sometimes. Like I've never gone through kind of like, I guess like formal creative education, but I guess it can be difficult because sometimes there's kind of boxes you need to tick, but you also want to do your freedom, and it can kind of be difficult to do like rigid learning through it. But I also think it's good because it forces you to get up and do what you want to do.
Yeah, 100%.
Like you have to be doing your
and there's allocated time in the week where I feel like that's such a privilege, especially like, you know, I'm 22, like a lot of people have like finished uni now and they're in their full-time jobs, and it's like I still get allocated times of my week where I'm literally just like, okay, like make this song, and I'm like, lovely.
So do you think a lot of it you've picked up through that as well, a combination of that and social media?
Yeah, I think so. Like, to be honest, I probably shouldn't have even been let onto that course. Like, I kind of like gift my gabs gift of the gab my way through it, through the interview. And he was like, oh, like, we don't think you're qualified for this course. And I was like, babe, like,
you need me here.
Give me 2 months.
Give me 2 months and then I'm going to be a student with a Brit Award.
Watch this space, literally.
No, but you know what though,
you
honestly.
need me in the Illuminati.
Like, yeah, you literally need me. No, but sometimes I honestly think you need to sell yourself properly, and I think especially as women a lot of the time as well in music and spaces which are like male dominated, we don't do it enough and be like, actually no, this is why you need to book me, this is why you need to give me access to this space, because it isn't as easy for us to access spaces.
100%.
Like, it is difficult. Why did you, kind of going on to that, why did you learn to start doing production yourself? Because I know at some point like we spoke about this at the NCAP shoot, you were trying to work with producers and it wasn't really fitting. Kind of like, why did you decide that like you were the person who wanted to do production? Because I think it is a really daunting thing, and especially there's not many women in it. It's like 4% or something crazy.
Yeah, it is like, it's so big. Yeah, I mean, I am a control freak anyway, and I think, again, because I care about like the music I make so much, like anyone doing anything to it that I'm not 100% about, I couldn't do it. And the fact it was like predominantly men doing it as well. I just thought, oh my God, no.
You wanted to scream.
Yeah, because it's just like, you're just never going to get my vision, babe.
And do you think did you struggle with kind of maybe people not listening to like what you wanted and trying to maybe input too much? Or
no, 100%. Like, even if, you know, I'd create like a demo and then someone else would just, you know, I'd be like, can you just mix this?
Yeah.
Like, you know, that's not really like creatively inputting it. I'm just saying, like, you know,
engineer it.
Level wise, just mix it. And I would come back and I wouldn't recognize the track, and I just think like, I'm just gonna have to learn it all myself. Yeah, like, it can't be that hard.
I think for me, honestly, like I can get up to a point when it's mixing, and I'm like, I literally want to scream. Because like I understand it like sonically, like I understand in terms of like where I want the music in the space and things like that. And then I look at the graphs and I'm like, you know, like I'm like EQs and that. I'm like, and that's where I get lost, and that's kind of where I'm stumped at the moment. So maybe you can help me with that, because honestly, like, we can work on that, because I get my friend and he helps me a lot and all of that, and he's really good at it. And I'm like, now I just go back and then I try and learn stuff, and I'm like, that's the point where I get lost, because I think like placement music, all of that, and that's the fun bit. And then you get to the mixing, and I feel like, and then it gets like, it's really sitting in and looking in and listening.
I think a lot of the time though, all the factors in mixing are just way over-explained. Like, I think when you like dumb it down, the fundamentals are actually really simple, and like for you as a DJ, like they're all fundamentals that you would understand.
Anyway,
do you know what I mean?
It's just
like,
applying it to a different.
But I think a lot of people that can mix well, they like to overcomplicate it because it makes them look more intelligent. But this is honestly,
men are trying to keep us out.
No, this is my experience. Like it's been so over-explained, and now I understand it all. I'm like, I would never explain that to someone in that way.
Well, you need to do some production lessons, maybe. That's your thing. Maybe you need to start a little TikTok. That, or a YouTube channel.
I actually would love that. Hi guys,
for the girls, for the gays, do little like production tutorials. Because like, how would you recommend for like young women and stuff to learn production? Because I think it's something which is gate-capped a lot of the time. Yeah. What would you say? Do you think just the internet, or? Honestly, like, uni has been hard. Like, I think I'm mostly one of the only, like, I'm like the only girl in a lot of my classes. Okay. And I haven't got like the warmest response like from my peers. Yeah. And do you know what I mean? Like, you haven't felt like included and like. Yeah, which like I don't need to be like like I'm not there like, oh my God, they let me in the boys club. Yeah, literally, like I'm not like that. But you know, even if I raise my hand, it's kind of reciprocated differently to other. It's like, oh, she doesn't know that, rather than like just want to learn, which is what everyone's there for. That's the thing. Like, I'm getting my degree because I don't know this, so obviously I'm having questions. Like, and you're paying for it just as much. Yeah. And I think, you know what, as well, I think like a lot of the time, like boys, especially music and stuff, are very much like, I just know it and don't want to ask questions because they want to seem like you know it. Whereas like I think. Like we're both like I think we're inquisitive people and like and it's good to ask because shameless like and honestly, it should be. Like I think that's the point though. I think everybody should be more willing to help each other and ask questions. And I think like for me, because I teach DJ lessons and stuff, I always am like at the end of each class I'm like, give me one question and like just whatever, because there must be a question you have after like an hour of lessons. Because I think all the time, like I even listen to people and I'm like, I want to know, even if it's a track I do, what is it? But I think like it's so important that people are actually receptive of people learning new things. Yeah. And especially in classes like that. It's crazy to me that that's the response you get. Yeah. Especially in 2026. Do you know what I mean? But like, they don't want to have that conversation. Yeah. And kind of, what would you say you found the hardest to pick up about production?
Honestly, for me, it's like putting all the elements together and making it flow properly.
Okay.
Like transitioning between like sections.
Yeah, like the chorus and back again. Yeah, and trying to work it. I think I found for a while I was like kind of knowing if I should bring in a riser and things like that and making it flow.
But like sometimes it just feels way too over the top. But then
I think
a lot of my favourite songs include elements like that, and it's like so.
Yeah, I guess stuff like that as well. It's so much in the mix. You got to think, and I think I think it's also the thing of like as well. That I know in your head you have it. Like I bet you go in, you're like, I have this song perfectly planned. Yeah. And I have the same, and then you get to it, and you're like, I know what it needs and I can see the ingredients and I can't quite put it together. But that's why it takes time, I think.
100%. And I think that's more of a natural thing that will just come. 100 failed attempts will create something in the end.
Because I think most of the time you have like a strong vision that kind of comes to you suddenly. Yeah. And then the rest of it needs time and to build on.
100%, yeah.
How long were you working on your song exactly before it was... let's hear it.
My baby. I think I probably finished it in like going back and forth like a few weeks, but then it genuinely took 9 months of just listening to it like all the time, going back and forth like, is this my best foot forward? Like, which now I look back, I'm like, babe, it's not that deep. Like, it's...
And you've got to try stuff and see if it sits right with yourself as well. Because I think a lot of the time as well, you don't need... Obviously, you want to care about what other people think, but I think also, does it sit right when it's released? Does it feel like something that's actually like authentically me and something
and, like,
that resonates
with what you're trying to do? Yeah. 100%.
And so do you want to give a little, say what your song is on streaming platforms?
The song is called Don't Make It Hard, and it's by Charlottte sometimes.
On Spotify, it's on SoundCloud as well, Apple Music? Is it on
it's on everything.
Okay, perfect. Yeah. I'm glad you got it all done. I hope you did all your PRS and everything. Oh, don't. Everyone, all the time, I'm like, please do your PRS.
I know.
Do it all.
Listen, it's in this massive list of things in my brain.
It's an important thing to do.
No, I know. I think it's such God forbid it blows up tomorrow, because like I'm lost out.
Just pray it blows up in like 3 weeks when you finally got down that far on your list.
No, this happened last year. Basically, like Bleach London used it in one of their videos. Oh, okay. And it got so many views, and I was like,
is this before it was released?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But to the point where like I had no copyright over the song. I had no...
How did they get it?
They just took it from my TikTok audio, and they never even...
And did they use it as a paid ad? Or was it just a video?
I don't know. It was just... But like they have like... I think they have like 500,000 followers or something like that. So
were you in the comments like, this is my song?
Well, I was messaging them like, yo, like, give me some credit at least. And they did, but by the time they'd credited it, it was too late. Like, it will come back around. Yeah.
But this time, you're going to get your PRS. You're going to get it all sorted.
No, true.
So talking about Don't Make It Hard, what was kind of the story behind the writing process and the lyrics?
So to be fair, like I feel like a lot of my lyrics just turn to sort of like sexy, scandalous talk, but I'm very big on that. Like sex positivity is like one of my biggest things, and I quite like talking about it as a woman.
Because we don't want to be shamed for it.
No, like I want it to be over the top, and I want it to be a bit like uncomfortable for some people to listen to. Because I'm just like, especially like being queer as well. Like to be fair, Don't Make It Hard's quite a tame one, but some of my other ones it gets a little bit more raunchy, and I just
we're excited to hear them.
Thanks. But I'm just like, I hope that does make you uncomfortable. Because if it does, then that's an issue for you.
And you're doing something right. Yeah. And you're bringing out the music you want
100%.
to. And kind of, in terms of the music video, because I saw the videos, I was like, gas, and everybody in it, yourself and everyone, looked so good and fit the vibe, and it fit the vibe of the song perfectly. So kind of, who was involved in helping you get it together? How long did it take to kind of plan? Who was involved in kind of being like extras in it, the costumes? Because it looked like perfect.
I know, to be fair, like I don't know how that even happened. It was such a fever dream. I did a photo shoot in the summer, and the model Dan, who I was modelling with, like he's a director, cameraman.
Oh, okay.
So then I met him through that shoot, and then I met Laura, who styled me.
Oh, okay, perfect.
For that shoot as well.
You met a whole team there.
No, I literally met my dream team, and then months later, I was like, guys, like, do you want to help with this video? And like, honestly, they carried the whole thing. Like, I was so lucky to find them both.
Perfect. And who were the people, like the other people in? Were they your friends? Were they just people you casted and models, or?
Well, like, it was so funny because like 2 of them were my friends, and then the rest were just people that like Laura and Dan had like scouted on Instagram, like through like I think like a story post. And I kind of got to the venue the day, and like I hadn't been told that anyone was coming, so all these extras were stood outside, and they all looked really cool, and I was like, oh, like, these people look cool, like, what are they doing? And then one of them was like, do you know where the music video is being filmed? And I was like, the music video? I was like, no
They did so well at the casting, because everyone was just such a vibe, and the outfits, it was like, because you know what, I see music videos like that on people's like 10th song, it was your first song, it all just came together perfectly, the TikToks, the actual song, everything, like it worked
so
out.
Lucky.
No, but you also worked hard for it, I think. Give yourself credit where credit's due.
Yeah, thank you. But I do owe so much to Dan and Laura. I feel like they really brought my, like, I made obviously like a massive PowerPoint of like how I wanted everything to look, but like the fact that we managed to pull it off, it was just
perfect.
Again, like, it just made me want to cry, because I was just like, wow.
Yeah, I think it just really fit the song. I think like when I watched it, I was like, oh, this all like makes sense together, and it brought a story, which is what you want, because I think 100%. Sometimes stuff cannot be cohesive, and it was just, and also, you know why it's so important, because it's your like first song, Charlotte, sometimes it's like also making sure it represents your image, and I feel like it really truly did kind of like resonate 100%. With you.
And to be fair, I didn't want to put the song out until I had that to go with it, because I really love like video art as well, and that's a massive part of making music for myself, so I thought,
because you want people to have a full understanding of the song, and that can really help as well.
100%.
And kind of moving on about, aside from being an artist, you're also a sound and light tech. How did you get into that?
So I was working at a nightclub, and well, I actually started working on the floor, so I was collecting the cups.
Oh, okay.
Back in the day. Then I progressed to the bar, and then basically my good friend Tony, he was he was like at the venue one day, and then he accidentally like chopped like half his thumb off.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, he won't mind me saying that. Like, it's a great story for him. And then
what with?
Oh, I don't even know. Like,
an accident happened in the workplace.
It was all a bit of a blur. And then naturally, like, he like stopped working there, and obviously, like, they had a spot opening.
And you just picked it up on the job?
Well, yeah, I was just like, you know, I study music, like production, and kind of, you know, was chatting a little bit like, like XLR cables, like, you know what I mean? Like,
I know it all.
Yeah, and then I think learning on the job's the best way. Like, I literally, 2 years straight, I was just learning constantly.
And you're getting paid to learn as well.
I was getting paid to learn. Like, honestly, I think I did it for free for like 1 week, which is nothing with no experience. And then
that's so good, because some people go through like whole. I thought you'd have like studied that before you did music production, because some people do train for it as well.
Well, yeah, you can get a whole degree in it. And to be fair, I wish I had, because I really love love everything about sound engineering. But then I could like bring it to other venues and do freelance shifts there as well.
That's really fun.
Yeah, it's just opened another door for me. Like,
and it's nice to just be in different sides of the music and kind of have, because I think sometimes like you can you don't want to burn yourself out with your own art. So doing stuff to support other people's is really important. Do you find it like male dominated sound and light tech? Is it mostly men?
Yeah, I mean, I'm yet to work with another woman. But to be fair, I haven't worked with that many other sound techs to, like, honestly. Although, again, it is, like, obviously such a male-dominated field. But in my experience, it's been actually more the promoters of events that have been rude, like, rather than the staff. I've never really had a bad experience, like, with another sound tech, but
promoters are just being picky.
They just don't take me seriously, like.
And it is really frustrating, I think, as a woman, especially, I think, because there's so much about, like, kind of, like, women in DJing and music and being like, wow, women aren't doing it because women aren't interested in tech. But, like, we are.
Well, yeah, but, like, it's just such a weird thing to think. Like, why would we not be interested in tech?
I don't know what the assumptions are these men are making, but somehow they've got there with these, like, stereotypes. Yeah. Because, honestly, you'll read, like, articles and stuff, and, like, especially, like, old papers about why there's like not as many women in electronic music, and it goes back to like these stereotypes and these old theories being like, oh, women aren't interested in tech, and when you actually look at it, it's like, yeah, we are, we just haven't always been given the same access to it.
But also, like, trying to pick that apart, like, give me one reason as to why you think that, and they would just be like,
just sat there clueless.
I don't know,
it's like when you question
what
anything,
say, isn't it? And I'm just like, what?
It's literally when you question anything. A man says, that's why I'm excited. Have you seen Lou Ferrigno's doing the he's doing like a new documentary about like the manosphere and breaking down like Red Pill content and stuff like that. So I'm like, I feel like he might be able to get in and like make them answer questions because he always gets to the bottom of it. And I'm like, most of the time it's just like,
he's definitely the man to do it.
I know, and I'm excited for that. I'm like, come on, let's get to the bottom of it and break it down, because honestly, it's starting to like ruin me, seeing it all on social media.
I know, there is such a rise of that at the minute.
It's horrible, I hate it.
Again, like such a random thing to like rise in popularity. Like,
I don't know.
Why are we going backwards, babe?
Honestly, it's literally the world's like regressing. I don't like it. It's not good.
No.
In terms of like the tech again, going back to that, is there a particular show that you've really enjoyed doing like the sound and light tech for that you can think of? Anything which like stood out?
To be fair, I actually really love just doing any of like the club night events.
Yeah.
Like obviously we have the club like next door that I would work at a lot, and there would be some sick DJs in there, like but it's all music that I love. Like it would be like speed garage and like tech house and you know, like any genres like that, and like getting paid to do a light show
and listen to the music you like all night.
I always was like, I can't believe I'm here. Like this is, I'm so privileged. Like I'm getting paid hourly to have a party.
And just also have your own space.
And get to like DJ with lights. Like that is so fun. Like I'm just there like. Do
you want to do some festival ones?
Oh my god, I would. Because I see
people like vlogging doing Boomtown lights and stuff like that, and that looks crazy. Because obviously you've got those stages, like the main stage and stuff, and they've got like God knows how many lights, and so many, and like it's like, but they're doing crazy like work, and it looks.
Honestly, I would love to like nerd out in like a massive field like that.
I feel like there's so much you can do with it though, and I think now as well I keep seeing people who doing like sound and stuff and light tech, and like there's so much more stuff you can do with connecting the visuals to the sound, and like have you seen like the 3D kind of animations when it like tracks the DJs? Like that now, and I'm like, oh, it's actually really interesting how technology is like developing now onto the dance floor and things like that. It's really interesting.
But again, things like that, like 20 years ago, you'd see that say like live once and you'd think, I'm never going to know how to understand or do that. Whereas now it's so accessible, like you can just like you can look it up and you can learn it.
That's the thing. I think that's what's really I think that's a really good thing as well about the internet. It's not even just being leveling out the playing field in terms of people being able to see you, it's also doing it in terms of being able to pick things up.
And like educate yourself.
Yeah, because obviously equipment's expensive, but there is places you can rent it and pirate and stuff, but actually you don't need to pay someone to teach you. You can, and obviously you've got your friends and those traditional ways of learning, which has always been there, but also now you can also pick up your phone and watch people. You've got people like Crossfader and stuff doing videos, and you can literally learn like so much.
Literally.
Like even for me, like I'm really on my thing at the moment trying to do like polyrhythmic mixing, and I'm like just like trying to like
I've seen loads of videos.
I'm trying to like nerd out on that at the moment, and I'm like sometimes I choose on this day, but just going back to videos and kind of doing things like that. But I think it's so important. I think it's so great now as well, like online education, because there's just so much you can learn.
Yeah, and also like I think we should always be trying to learn new things. Like I don't think that we should ever stop doing that, even if it's just in random like subjects. And I think it's such a privilege to like have it so like close to us, like at the click of a button.
And you DJ a little bit. What sort of music do you DJ compared to what you do?
I'm actually just like honestly a little tech house fiend.
Really?
Like, yeah. Like to be fair, I love mixing like trance, like psytrance, and genres like that. But I do find it's like there's not as many events that like play that sort of music, especially in Brum.
You've got to go to there's like a forest in Boomtown, it's just trance and stuff all night.
Yeah, like that is my bag. But I think I started doing tech house. To be fair, I found it easy to like get into DJ and mix in tech house. Like I found the BPM that easy to work with. But also, I do just love it. Yeah. Like, I'm an Ibiza final boss at heart. Like,
have you been to Ibiza?
I'm going this year.
You excited?
No, I'm dreading it.
Why?
I don't know. I'm going for my auntie's hen, but I just don't think it's like my vibe.
Yeah, I think you know what though, there's some really good small clubs there and stuff as well. And I know some of the over 25 clubs are meant to be good and you can get in if you're with older people. So maybe try that if you're on a hen do. Maybe try that.
Me making older friends to get into the club.
I feel like we're 17 again.
No, literally.
Be like, honestly, can you bring me
that would be the best adrenaline rush.
No, but honestly, I think it's like some of the old clubs are meant to be really good. Like the underground ones, they've got vinyl, they've got the old school DJs and stuff, and they're less busy and like less commercial and cheaper. Because when my friends tell me what they spend at Ibiza, I'm like, how are you paying £100 for a ticket and then £25 for drinks? I'm like, nobody can convince me to do that.
Well, that's the thing, because I travel so cheaply, and I go to some like really cheap countries all the time, and I'm like, I could, for the price I'm going to pay for Ibiza, I could visit 4 different countries and have the best time. Like, why am I putting all of this?
It scares me when I see my friends like when my friends tell me how much they spend. I'm like, oh, surely not.
Honestly.
And last time I asked you if there was like any events or things you wanted to kind of highlight or artists. Do you want to give a little debrief on that?
Yeah, I mean, I could honestly sit and talk about artists and events all day. But obviously, you know Nolly, right?
Yeah.
So like her event, Amen Galdem, like that. I just think at the minute, like they are just smashing it out the fucking park. Like every time I open Instagram, like they've got an event on, and like the lineup's sick, and like they're even like doing it in like different places. Like I don't know, I just think they're smashing it. And like they've
got such good messaging. They put out really good educational content, information,
literally like, all the time. Like they're so on it,
and they're on sick lineups.
Yeah,
I love it.
Like so they're sick. I don't know, in terms of producers and stuff, like LCY, I don't know if you know them.
Oh, does live performances as well?
Yeah,
I think I've seen them.
I think they're based in like Manchester.
I think I've seen them. I think I've seen them live before. I'm pretty sure in Birmingham. I think so.
Yeah,
I think I know who you're on about.
I think they played the Hare and Hounds.
Yeah, okay, I have. Yeah, that was really cool. Yeah, that's very much your vibe.
I actually missed them, which I was gutted, because like they were one of the people that like inspired me to get into production. So I was like, their sound design is just fucking sick.
Time for you to put on an event and bring them back.
Yeah. Stop. And then there's another artist called Swords, who I just adore. Like, she's sick. She's from like New York, I think, but she uses like loads of samplers live, and like synths. Like she basically like
I'm gonna have to have a little watch.
Like live produces it all on stage. And when I watched that again, I was just so inspired, and I was just like, this is everything I want to do, and like you are showing me that it's possible, and I just think that's sick.
That's good, but it's good to have good role models. I think that's amazing, and I think it's also good to just have people who are doing things that you really resonate with you.
100%.
And you can. And I think, what was you saying earlier? It's nice to have kind of that community you can find online now easily.
Yeah.
Right, are you ready to do a little performance talk through your tunes?
Yes. Oh my god.
I'm gonna bring this out, and then
Okay. So I think we should start with Don't Make It Hard. Yeah? Are you okay to play? Yeah. Damn. Okay. Okay. First gig, kind of nervous. Where are they? Oh, this is in alphabetical order, that's why it wasn't there. Okay, cool. Me procrastinating, my bad. Okay. Are we in a loop right now?
Oh no, that should be fine.
Oh, okay. Is that playing out? Yeah. Okay.
I would recommend keeping the boost quite low still.
Okay, that's
if you can just keep it low during your headphones.
Okay, cool. Hello. Maybe just like,
Don't make it hard, you're mine now. My limbs are yours to buy. So self-assured till sundown. I find you're much too shy. I got your person on my waist, you're so long for the price.
I just realised the tempo of this is really fast. I'm just gonna get going.
You know I don't know what to say. Haven't done much with your time. That's why you got me where you want me. Kinda wish my hands were tied. God, I'm dry. It's pride again, enticed again. Prayers in your lap and your thoughts collect. No rest for the wicked. I'm spiraling, embarrassing. Just the coffee from my neck, another dime we spend. need a one-way ticket. Don't make it hard, hard. Don't make it hard, hard. Don't make it hard, hard. Don't make it hard.
So yeah, that was Don't Make It Hard at a very fast tempo, but that's okay. We did a nightcore version. Yeah, so that song was the one I just released, and it was just really special for me to, I don't know, I just really needed that song to happen. Like, I didn't make music for like a few years, and like I was really sad, and I felt like that was the first thing that like really like kicked me back into action, and gave me the confidence to just like keep going in music. So yeah, I just owe that song a lot, and yeah, I like the writing in it. The lyrics are basically saying, you know, you're giving it stacks out and about, and now we're getting to it, and why are you making it hard? Like, let's fuck. Yeah, so essentially that's the basis of that song. So yeah, now I'm gonna play my next release that is fully self-produced, which is terrifying. It's a terrifying prospect, but yeah, I made the bass line on my little Korg synth, and it was just a really fun time. So yeah. Okay. Pretty sure this song's in 140. I'm gonna hope. I should have written the BPMs down, but we'll try it like this and we'll see. Yeah. I just hope it is 140, but... It's 130. Oh, okay.
Is there a method to the act displayed at night time? You barely know me, but I seem to have your tongue tied. It's not a case of if, but when you're gonna ask my side. If I move closer, will you meet me at my eye line? I like impatience, so don't threaten me with good times. Let you choke on my confection, set your world on fire. Canceling tomorrow's plan. Fall on your feet and stain my face on your sheets.
So yeah, that was Tongue Tied. That song is, oh, let me turn that reverb down. That song is essentially the narrative of meeting someone in a bar and yeah, seeing how your night's going, even though you kind of know where it's going to head anyway. Wink, wink. Yeah, that one was honestly more of a false narrative for me. I feel like on a night out, I'm more just shaking ass and drinking tequila. But, you know, I'm sure that would appeal to some people. So, yeah. Okay, the next one I'm going to play is called Nest. This one's a bit of a different vibe, and it's more of a reflection upon the music that I actually listen to day to day. It's definitely got a sort of like Grimes-esque, not that we like Grimes as a person, but she did bits for the production side. Come on, let's credit that. Yeah, Grimes, theatre sort of vibe, which I just absolutely adore. So yeah, this one was called Nest, and I was proud of this one because I hadn't really made something before that I genuinely thought, you know what, I would probably hit Add to Light songs, which is a nice way to feel about your own work. So yeah, and this is 120, Bosh, okay. Okay. See, different vibe. Running through fields and meadows on a sunny day. Thank you. Okay, so yeah, that was Nest. I definitely want my production heading in that direction. I think that's the start of a nice era for me musically. So I'm very happy that I made that song. Okay, and then one last song the boss has told me one last song. Okay, this last song is called X-Rated. This is a long story short about masturbation, which is a lovely topic of conversation that we should all have. I don't know why I'm going to the top of the alphabet when X is at the bottom. So let's just figure that one out, shall we? Oh, here we go. Okay, yeah. Again, I love this song because if I heard a song that talked about this, I'd be like, yeah, that's a bit of me. So yeah. X-Rated, let's go. Oh no, it's unsupported. Damn. Really hyped that one up as well, didn't I? Yeah, damn, I mean, you have to wait till it's released. Yeah. Yeah, I know. I know, literally. Okay, yeah. I think that was all the songs that I brought. I'm pretty sure.
That's always how it happens.
Yeah. Damn. Okay.
Well, let's have a little talk about the... Is my mic on? Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's have a little talk about what's coming out next. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Perfect. What's coming out next then?
So next is Tongue Tied. I'm hoping to drop that in March.
Are we going to have another great music video?
I think we're going to do a visualizer this time.
Okay.
So it's slightly smaller than a video, but it's going to look
A teaser
cool.
of what it's about.
The teaser is that if I can pull off what's in my head, it will be fucking sick. But I need to figure out the logistics.
But you figured it out before, so...
Yeah. This one's more technical, but yeah.
Are we going to see an EP anytime soon? Like a little mini album project?
In all honesty, I don't see the point of EPs at the minute. Like,
yeah, you're just
for
trying to build...
myself,
Yeah, you're trying to build it.
100%. I think I'm still finding my direction with production anyway. So I think...
Yeah.
Why not just,
Would you ever swing into just doing pure dance music as like maybe under like an alias? What's it called? Alias. I can never get this word.
Yeah, 100%. But to be fair, I want to make like 10 aliases. Like, there's so many genres of music that I want to make. Like, I want to be in like a neo soul jazz band as well. Like, do you know what I mean? Like,
we've got so much going on.
I know.
Maybe you can make like a little like slightly like Charlottte sometimes. Some like I don't know what the next one is. Like Kayleen. What's the opposite of sometimes? I don't know nowadays. Kaylee always. And you can do a little.
Wait, that can't. Why does that have a ring to it?
Get your paycheck in.
Yeah, I know.
Get it ready.
10% of all the cuts.
But thank you so much for coming on. Do you want to give everyone your socials so they can follow you?
Yes, it's Kaylee McCarthy, double Y at the end on Instagram, and Charlottte sometimes everywhere else.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for having me, my love.
Thank you. See you guys next month.